Hey, welcome to our new video. We as humans, we coexist with a vast array of creatures, including insects. Recent studies suggest that there are 200 million insects for every person on Earth. With such a massive presence, it's no surprise that there are some dangerous species among them.
At first glance, the brown recluse spider might look like your average brown spider, but there's a key difference in their eyes. While most spiders have 8 eyes, the brown recluse has eerie rows of 6 eyes. But don't let their appearance fool you. These spiders are among the most dangerous in the world due to their incredibly venomous bite. If you're unlucky enough to be bitten by one, you'll experience dark blisters and sores that can linger for weeks. In severe cases, the skin around the bite can even begin to rot. Thankfully, these spiders are limited to the South and Central United States. They tend to favor dark, hidden spots like under rocks or leaves, but they've been known to sneak into homes and even hide in people's shoes. The puss caterpillar is like a butterfly version of a Persian cat, with long, hair-like tufts. But don't be fooled by its appearance. This insect is one of the most venomous creatures on Earth. Found mainly in Mexico and the eastern United States, it's the larval stage of this insect that poses the danger. It's best to avoid touching them altogether. They sport brush-like hairs and orange stripes along their back, which hide a secret weapon: poisonous spines. If these spines come into contact with your skin, you'll experience intense pain as the venom spreads throughout your body. If you're stung, it's crucial to clean the wound immediately and carefully remove any embedded hairs. Wasps are widespread insects found almost everywhere. They're beneficial because they help control fly and mosquito populations. You've likely spotted them buzzing around your garden or balcony. But did you know there are over 75,000 different species? One of the most infamous is the yellow jacket, prevalent in North America. Unlike their more docile counterparts, these wasps are known for their aggressiveness. If someone unwittingly disturbs their underground nest, their alarm signal triggers a swarm of stinging wasps to attack. Unlike bees, these yellow insects don't lose their stingers, so they can sting repeatedly out of sheer aggression. In some cases, their sting can even be lethal. These blood-sucking insects, known as kissing bugs, are mainly found in Central and South America, as well as certain areas of the United States and Mexico. If you encounter one, you'll quickly learn they're not into kissing but more like biting, in a Dracula-like manner. They prefer to do this while you're sleeping, just like mosquitoes. These creepy crawlers need blood to survive, and they have no problem getting it from any part of your body. Now, you might be wondering, why are they called kissing bugs? Well, that's because they like to bite around the mouth or eyes. They can bite you up to 15 times, and these bites aren't just painful, they can also transmit diseases like Chagas disease. Symptoms include severe fever, vomiting, anemia, and swelling. In the early stages, the disease can be treated, but after a few months, it becomes untreatable. This disease has become a significant problem in South America, sadly leading to unfortunate outcomes for many people. The name tarantula hawk itself evokes a sense of dread. This insect is a natural predator of spiders, particularly tarantulas, using its sting to paralyze them before carrying them back to their nest. Interestingly, there's a species of tarantula hawk that exclusively feeds on nectar from carnivorous flowers. It's primarily the females that excel at hunting tarantulas. Their sting, known to last around 5 minutes, is widely regarded as one of the most painful insect stings globally. One researcher, who experienced it firsthand, describes it as an immediate and agonizing pain that renders you incapable of doing anything but screaming. Even insect researcher Justin Smith attests to its extreme pain. Paper wasps are fascinating creatures. Their distinctive round, inverted nests are constructed from paper, hence their name. Sometimes referred to as umbrella wasps due to their nest's resemblance to one, these reddish-brown striped insects aren't particularly adept at stinging. However, if you do happen to get stung, prepare for a biting, burning sensation with a bitter aftertaste. Their sting releases toxins that can trigger allergic reactions, leading to symptoms like swelling of the lips or throat. In severe cases, it can even be fatal. Other symptoms may include dizziness, vomiting, abdominal cramps, and a rapid heartbeat. While they wield their sting as a defense against larger creatures like birds, dogs, wolves, and humans, The good news is that they generally don't attack unless provoked. So, it's best to give them a wide berth and avoid any potential confrontation. The giant weta is one of the largest insects ever to roam the earth. It hails from New Zealand, where it holds the title not only for size but also for weight, tipping the scales at around 70 grams. Despite lacking a sting, these critters can deliver a mean bite. Their name, giant weta, comes from the Maori people, the original inhabitants of New Zealand. It translates to God of Ugly Things, giving you an idea of their reputation. These ancient insects have been around for a long time. Fossils date back to the Triassic period, over 190 million years ago, older than some dinosaurs. Here's a quirky fact. Them is that they have ears, and your knees were probably it was a mistake of Mother Nature's creative design. You might be surprised to learn that beetles can be dangerous creatures. With over 350,000 different species of beetles out there, it's no wonder that some of them pose a threat. Take the Titan beetle, for example. It's one of the largest insects globally, measuring nearly 17 centimeters in length. Found mainly in rainforests, its powerful jaws can snap pencils in half, let alone pierce human skin. Then there's the Hercules beetle, part of the rhinoceros beetle group. The males can grow up to 19 centimeters long and are incredibly strong, capable of carrying up to 850 times their body mass. That's like an adult male lifting a whopping 68,000 kilograms. However, perhaps the most perilous beetle species is the blister beetle. Simply touching one can cause irritation and painful blisters. Another dangerous type is the rove beetle, which packs a toxic chemical compound called paterin. Contact with this can lead to painful bumps, high fevers, body pains, and even blindness. So, it's best to be cautious around these insects. Originating from Central and South America, the warrior wasp, also known as the seneca, is infamous for its excruciatingly painful sting. Unlike many insects that only attack when provoked, this wasp is naturally aggressive. In his book, The Sting of the Wild, insect researcher Justin Schmidt describes the sensation of its sting as akin to being engulfed in the fiery currents of an active volcano. The pain is unimaginable. In addition to its potent sting, the warrior wasp has another intimidation tactic up its sleeve. It's known to aggressively flap its wings up and down in unison, earning it the nickname drumming wasp. This behavior often deters predators, but if it doesn't, the wasp resorts to its formidable sting as a second line of defense. Unlike your average bee, these hornets pack a sting designed to cause maximum damage. Bold-faced hornets are capable of stinging you repeatedly, so it's wise to steer clear of these insects. They view any predator or intruder as a threat, so it's best not to mess with them. Keep in mind, you're dealing with insects that prefer to confront rather than avoid confrontation. Their sting contains venom that can cause intense pain lasting up to 24 hours, particularly if you're stung near your face or eyes. People who've experienced these stings have reported difficulty breathing and swallowing, while others have suffered severe allergic reactions requiring immediate medical attention. The Australian funnel spider, also known as the Atrax, is widely regarded as the deadliest spider on the planet. Thankfully, it's confined to the eastern regions of Australia. While there are over 40 subspecies of this spider, not all are equally lethal. However, species like the Australian funnel spider possess potent venom that acts swiftly upon contact. Symptoms of its bite can include severe muscle and heart cramping, with some unlucky individuals succumbing to its venom. Fortunately, an antidote was developed in 1981, preventing any new fatalities since then. Nonetheless, encountering this spider, especially in the humid forest areas of Australia, can be a frightening experience. Even with an antidote available, the bite remains excruciatingly painful. Personally, while I'm not particularly fond of encountering any spider, coming face to face with the Australian funnel spider would undoubtedly it's very scary. The Asian giant hornet is an insect that has been increasingly spreading in recent years. Originally found in tropical regions like China, Japan, and India, reports since 2020 indicate sightings in America, posing a potential problem. These hornets can grow up to nearly 3 inches or 7 centimeters in length and have the capability to wipe out hundreds of bees simultaneously. This poses a significant threat as bees play a crucial role in pollinating our food crops. Beekeepers are understandably worried about the rising population of these hornets. Moreover, their sting packs are very poisonous, being both and extremely painful. In Japan alone, these hornets are responsible for around 50 deaths each year. Although Justin Schmidt identifies the bullet ant as having the most painful sting, other experts like YouTuber and wildlife enthusiast Coyote Peterson argue that the executioner wasp reigns supreme in terms of pain. Unlike Justin Schmidt, Peterson has experienced the sting of both the bullet ant and the executioner wasp firsthand. According to Peterson, the pain inflicted by the executioner wasp was far more intense. Within seconds of being stung, Peterson cried out in agony as his skin burned intensely. The venom of the executioner wasp, injected into the skin, causes rapid cell death in living tissues, leading to prolonged throbbing pain. Peterson's arm remained swollen for days, with a small hole at the sting site. Based on this excruciating experience, Peterson crowned the executioner wasp as the undisputed king of stings. The brown tail moth is a species with tiny poisonous hairs. Luckily, it's only found in a few places worldwide. This invasive insect accidentally arrived from Europe in 1897 and has since made its home in the United States, particularly along the coast of Massachusetts and Maine. When we say invasive species, we mean that the insect has become overly abundant and is causing harm to its new environment. While the moth itself isn't too dangerous, you need to be extra cautious when they're in their larval stage. That's because the larvae are covered in poisonous hairs that can cause dermatitis in sensitive individuals. Dermatitis leads to a severe rash, so it's best to steer clear of this hazardous insect whenever possible. Insect researcher Justin Schmidt didn't just pen the book, The Sting of the Wild. He delved deep into the world of insect stings by bravely experiencing them firsthand. Through this process, he developed the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, a ranking system for insect stings. At the top of this index sits none other than the bullet ant, aptly named for its sting, which feels like a gunshot wound. In Venezuela, it's notorious as the 24-hour ant, because victims endure a day of excruciating pain or face the risk of death within 24 hours. Dr. Schmidt's advice? Keep a safe distance from this insect. He describes its sting as pure, intense, and excruciating pain.